So I'm actually gonna try to follow the Duke and UCLA players. I don't know if they've already start. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Here. So I see all 4 games from that match. So this is Division 2, Round 3, and they will be playing.
Oh, we're moving on, yeah? We're moving on to the next
Yes,
match.
yes, and so this is
Cool,
Division
cool,
2, Round
cool.
3. Both teams have already guaranteed themselves $500, but they're playing for an additional 250. Similar
So this
to
is a UCLA versus Duke match, right? I'm following the
yes,
correct one.
yes.
Cool.
So I see right now there's Gabe versus Pin Variation.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I guess they're still in round 1, which is good. So we haven't missed any of the results.
I do see I do see that match. Give me 1 second. Let me try to correct this microphone situation because it bothers
Okay.
me.
All
One
right.
second.
Do your thing. Hmm. It's 3-1 already? Okay, so I had the players perhaps in a different order. So I will take your word for it. I appreciate you updating me. Yeah, congratulations to you, Chicago. So that last game, I guess Tarpon and Rabbit drew, but not too important in their overall score. So 11.5 to 8.5 total there. But yeah, we are in the second round of UCLA versus Duke. This is Division 2, third place match. The winner will get 750. The loser's already guaranteed 500, so they're playing for an additional $250. And after this, we have the grand finale in the Division 1 between University of Chicago's A team versus University of Warsaw, who is undefeated. So, yeah, Chess Jawa redeeming themselves there, getting the job done, helping their team win an extra 250. Definitely appreciated. Let me look up what the round has been like so far. Let me just see who's been winning, who's been not winning. Oh, I need to change the Moobot command as well. Sorry. The finals are today, ladies and gentlemen. So you're here, you're tuned in. All right, Aroga's got it for me. But I see. So Gabe lost actually their first round, and UCLA won the next 3. All right, so that should be up to date. And yeah, let me. What did I want to look at? Oh yeah, I need to change the command. Maybe you could get a mod to do that. But yeah, we're just waiting for Christian to get his mic set up.
Well, I'm back.
You're
Let's see
back.
how we can.
Let's see.
Um, boom, boom, boom.
So if you guys want to check out Christian on his own stream, you can check
Yeah,
him
I'm
out
not
at
really sure
twitch.tv/count live.
if I managed to switch it up. Unfortunately, I don't actually see it on Discord, but I'm sure we will probably take a break at some point in between some
Yeah,
of these matches, and maybe I can switch it up then.
we normally do have a break. The overtime kind of took our break.
Right, right.
But yeah, after this match, before the Division One finals, hopefully.
I'm gonna try to switch it up a little bit, but you can still hear me, right?
Of course, I will.
Cool,
I
cool,
will
cool.
let you
All right.
know.
All right, all right. So we're back. What's happening in the match, Joe?
So we have UCLA who lost yesterday to UC San Diego, and we have Duke who lost to University of Illinois. And UCLA in the first round actually won 3-1, only losing in their top board against Duke's bottom board. So Duke, I think, still has potential to come back, obviously, but 3-1 is a really solid start for UCLA, only one away from the sweep. And they're going to look to try to add on to their lead here. And I believe UCLA is actually streaming their chess match over at UCLA Chess on Twitch. So I'll give them a shout out, which is really cool to see the club streaming. I think Dare from Florida is also one of the streamers. I don't know if they stream their match today or not, but I see a result here. Hiron actually just beat Double Attack. So that is another point for UCLA.
Yep. By the way, I switched I switched microphone. I don't know if the sound feels different.
I think it does sound different. I don't know how much better it is, but I think it's totally fine. We're just gonna
Cool. Well,
that.
you guys can let us know in the chat.
Yeah,
it's
maybe
unbearable.
if Moscatel is still here, maybe he can compare. But yeah, I see someone else in the chat earlier said we'll take a Trilla any way we can get him. So yeah, definitely cool. He's here to provide his master level commentary, regardless of how his voice sounds. Although it is nice, you got a good voice, Christian. You got a commentator's voice. So definitely need to get a commentary level quality microphone to complement that voice.
Well, I do have the nice setup downstairs, but again, unfortunately, the internet is just unbearable.
I do like your scenery though. It looks nice outside, nice and sunny.
Yep. Cool. So right now it seems like UCLA is really taking over this match.
Yeah, I am looking at Voiceless Feather versus Chess Elephant though. Chess Elephant is Daniel Yedidia, the club's vice president. They're down a lot of time.
Right.
Down to their last 10 seconds right now. Although their position's fine, their clock is just really bad. They take here now. Is there a piece hanging?
Well, knight takes g3 is a move. But it rook takes b4. Yes, that is an option.
There it is. Rook takes. Now queen takes.
So now the question is take on b4. What does white have
queen e8, king up, forced, and now maybe it takes here.
Just pick up the pawn. But now
there's queen e1 and now f2
going to allow me
hanging.
To pick up the pawn on f2.
Yes. So I like black for sure.
No, now, black is dominating.
g3 is hanging.
So don't go queen d4. Don't go queen d4. It's a very very easy move to make. And then after knight to e6, you can resign. Because you want to centralize. You have this this intent of centralizing the queen. Unfortunately, it's just not.
How about knight takes g3, Christian? Just knight takes g3.
Knight e6. But that might actually work, because knight e6, you go king to f6. So knight g3, definitely a move to consider. Yes.
They're thinking about it here.
Let's see if he goes for it. The problem with knight g3 is also that I can maybe start with queen to e5. He goes for queen e3. I like this move. It's a bit more conservative, but at the same time, I think create some serious problems for white. Knight d7, good move.
Now both
10
players
seconds
very low. Yeah.
for black as well.
Queen
All right,
check, king
this one is
g1
going down the
forced.
wire.
Queen check, king back.
Just go h5. Go h5.
Okay, knight
No,
back.
okay, knight to h6 is... that's a very sneaky move. Queen takes e5 doesn't work though.
Oh!
That's a check! Queen takes e5 is
Oh!
a check! What a
Oh
blunder!
my goodness!
Oh.
Oh, I thought that was a good tactic at first too. Oh man,
Oh,
yeah,
no,
queen
what a
takes with
blunder.
check. Oh my goodness. Wow. So Daniel
Chess
kind of let off the
elephant with the swindle. That's a
Nice.
swindle for UCLA. Out of nowhere.
UCLA is
That
actually
came
up
out of
6-1
nowhere.
now. And
Oh my goodness.
okay, but
Dominating. Completely
Duke should have
dominating
a
right
mate.
now.
So
And
board
it
2
seems
gets
like
a point.
Tugu Muh? How do you say this?
Tugama.
Tagama. All right, Tagama.
Jeff, you can call him Jeff. Jeff do.
Just
Yeah.
Jeff, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Tagama has just won for Duke, so that takes us to what, 6-2?
6-2. So commanding lead, 3-1 for both rounds in the first half.
They only need 2.5 points from the next 8 games.
Exactly. They could lose the last
well,
2 rounds and still win the match.
Let's just
that
simply
lead.
put it, they're in a favorable position.
Mm-hmm. So I see we have Chess Elephant again against double attack now. Yeah, that was very good swindle for UCLA there. I mean that tactic looked so good, Christian. It looked like it was
did.
winning
Knight
a
to
piece.
h6. I saw what he's trying to do, but I immediately understood that it is just a pitfall. Such a tempting pitfall also, yeah? You see this queen takes e5, it's so nice.
You see the fork.
You're just gonna finish the game with a fork. Unfortunately, oops, there's a check.
Yeah, I can't
The
forget
rules
about
of
that.
check, the rules of chess don't permit us to do those type of things. Queen to b6, all right, what do we have?
Now,
I'm looking at the double attack versus Chess Elephant game.
me too.
Is that the one you're looking at?
Yes.
Cool.
I'm thinking I just like out of habit would play knight c3, just trying to attack b5, but maybe just b4. But yeah, b4
And
anyways.
double attack is the top board from a Duke from Germany.
Yes.
Actually.
A German player.
Steven Eisenhower from
No,
sorry,
that's
Sebastian Bohn.
yeah.
Sebastian Bohn, yes.
We actually have a school from Germany, University of Konstanz. They've been eliminated, but I'm really excited, Christian. I think we're gonna get a lot more international schools registered for next season. Right now, I believe about 3/4 of teams are from the U.S. But I think that's gonna change soon.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Definitely this season I think was great publicity, especially around other markets, around Europe. I think we have some Canadian teams as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and more to join too. So.
Right. Do we have any South and Central American
So, I don't think so, but I think that is also on our list of regions to reach out to.
And
exactly.
Yeah. No, it's definitely has a lot of potential, and I'm looking forward to see how the league is going to progress.
Okay, so you think Duke has any chance to come back here, or you think we could have like a reverse sweep?
I doubt it. UCLA is just dominant. Has
Yeah,
been dominant in
it
the first
seems
couple of
unlikely
matches, and it looks really good right now. To be honest, I'm looking at Chess Elephant's game, and I like Black's position. It's a very double-edged, sort of not a Benoni structure necessarily, but it's just a double-edged position. And generally, in this type of double-edged positions, I prefer Black.
Okay, I do like this bishop h6 move though, trying to remove this key defender of Black's, the black fianchettoed bishop.
Yep.
It's very thematic.
Yeah. A6. That's a good move.
So now,
And you have to be very careful because knight b6, queen takes b6. Now you have to go to c4. Don't go to d3. That's going to allow a discovery check. Bishop takes h6, queen h6, and c4, winning up the piece. So the question is, do you go to c4 or do you go to c6? He decides to go to
so
c6,
c6.
but generally I think this exchange of light square bishop plays in black's hand. He actually doesn't go for bishop b7, which is a bit surprising, but let's see what we have.
Okay, so trade, and now attacking the queen. Probably queen a7 to stay on that diagonal.
I like queen c7.
Queen c7, okay.
To keep connection with the pawn on a5.
Yeah, tying,
right now,
tying white's rook down.
White's rook down is tied, and I have a feeling White has to go for some sort of central expansion. He's going to have to prepare f4 followed by e5.
Okay.
If he manages to get that pawn to e5, then his position is dominant. But it's not going to be that easy, and it's going to create chances for black as well when White decides to continue this expansion because he's going to leave weak squares behind. And he goes for this f4. I like what he's doing. He has to go for this. Rook to b5. Black is eyeing that lonely pawn on a5.
White should just ignore that. I think they should just continue in the center.
Yes.
Or on the king side.
Absolutely. But that's the question. How are you going to continue? If you go f5, you're going to give me a lot of dark squares, specifically that dark square on e5.
E5
I'm going to plant the knight on e5, and that knight is going to be such a good defender. If you don't go f5, then you have to play for e5. The problem is e5 right now is not possible. If you go e5, I'm just simply going to pick up that pawn.
Okay, so c3.
This is an inspired move. I like this. Because right now, if you take on a5, I take on b4. If you take on c3, I can take with a queen. And that brings another attacker on this dagger. I like this move c3. It's a smart move.
The c3
Rook
works.
to b8. Which one?
Yeah, no, c3 is just counterattacking the pawn on b4. So the rook can take on a5, but it will leave the defense of b4, and so white can win the pawn back.
Precisely. Which, by the way, might be the right way to continue for black. He decides to take on c3. I don't like this move necessarily.
No, queen takes with check.
And now, so you go probably king to g8.
King back. I'm thinking of ideas like rook f3 followed by knight h5.
I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing, Joe. Yes, I like that. I like that move. Rook to f3. Also, ideas of h4. I'm generally quite enamored with. Yes, he goes for it. He goes for it. He likes this move h4, h5.
So black took on c3, and now this queen is on a beautiful diagonal. But black is doubling on the b file.
Rook to b3 is coming. Be careful. Go rook to a3. Defend against rook to b3. Crucial.
But then the b2 pawn
move rook to f. Yes, that's okay. You can take the pawn. I'm going to focus on checkmating you. You can. I don't think black wants to do that. I think what black wants to do right now is to go c4. Continue with this idea of rook b3.
Ah. That also opens up the queen for checks.
Yes.
Ah.
And he goes for it.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a good move.
The doubling queen check.
That was a really good move. King to h2, but now rook to b3 works, right? And we're going to go into some sort of a knight's endgame. After rook takes b3, rook takes b3, queen takes b3.
Oh.
C takes b3, rook takes c5, knight takes c5. But that endgame just looks quite good for,
so just take on
black.
b2.
He decides to take the pawn on b2 first.
So okay, now can white
that makes
take
sense.
on
That makes
c4?
A lot of sense. You can, but I think after h5, I'm just simply going to go queen to f2. This might be winning right now. You can take on c4, but if you take on c4, he goes h5, but now queen f2 has to be.
Queen f2 looking pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, also, by the way, rook to b3. Now, rook to b3 you can take. Okay. Key move right now for black. Either queen to f2
So
or
now
rook to b3. He goes for queen
queen
f3. I like this.
f3. Queen f3 is kind of
Queen
important.
f3 has to be played. It's
There's
forced.
nothing else.
You can go rook to g1, but after
Ooh.
rook to b3, I think it's close to resignation.
Or, I mean, there's queen f4 now.
That's also a possibility, but I would play rook to b3 first.
Yeah, rook b3
Just because
first.
I want to put your pieces on an even, well, specifically your queen on an even more passive square e1, because you're gonna have rook b3. We exchange those rooks, and then you have to go queen e1.
So they
Inside
take here.
stake on f4. Well, look, this is a good move also. It has a mating threat. You're threatening to go queen to
Queen
h4.
h4.
That's a checkmate. That ends the game.
So probably like, king up. g5.
G5 is a move. G5 is definitely a move.
G5, maybe knight f5. The counter punch.
That's why I'm not necessarily a big fan of G5. I would start with rook to b3 again, with the same idea. I just want to put your queen on a more passive square.
Okay.
Also, tie up your knight, right? So I think rook to b3 followed by g5 it might be game over.
That's looking
because the knight is
good.
pinned.
That's looking pretty good.
The knight
queen
is pinned.
e1.
Queen to e1, now g5, and I think checkmate is coming on h4 next game.
Oof. G5.
Let's see if he goes for G5.
Yeah.
He goes for it. He finds
that's
it.
lights out. That is lights out.
That's it. Game over. There's no defense. You can pre-move queen h4 right now. There's no way to stop it.
Dang. So chess elephant, another point for the UCLA team.
Yep.
Against the top board from Duke.
That's a big win.
So I'm looking at epicness versus the pin variation.
Yep.
Only 15 seconds for the pin variation, but they are up 2 pawns.
Up the pawns, a very powerful bishop on d5, and it doesn't seem like much of an attack for white on the king side. Despite this whole concentration of forces on that side, you don't have enough, because I'm always going to be able to fianchetto my queen on g7, and that's going to defend my whole position. c4, give me that pawn. That's fine. I can take that pawn.
Take.
That's a free pawn.
Open for the dirty flag.
Very much. What?
Going for the dirty flag, maybe. I don't know.
It is queen to g7. That's
all right, queen
right
g7.
now, the game. You cannot avoid a queen trade because the rook on a1 is 7.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's how to put this. 3 pawns too many.
Yeah, they get one back, but
b5 gives white some chance to go on the offensive with rook a7.
Rook a7.
So I'm not a big fan of this move.
Now black should go rook f8, but it's very
but
passive.
Then I go knight d7, followed by knight e5 back. So I can potentially repeat the position.
But eventually black should find. But knight d7 it's covers rook b8.
A8.
Rook a8. Okay.
Nice move. And now I have a feeling you can just start pushing the pawn.
Well, 2 seconds. 1 second. Oh my god.
Rook to e8. Now that's a strange move.
Knight back to e5. Yes.
That is a very strange move.
Now knight back to d7. Oh, they're struggling here, Christian. How do they get out of this?
I think right now he's just gonna go for a draw.
You can give up the exchange?
You can try, but I mean he should have went b4 first.
Right now, b4. 2 seconds. 1 second.
No, he
takes on h5.
No, that's kind of risky.
Yeah, that separates
the pawns.
For
black. It's still good for black, but it's also kind of risky.
Check. King up.
Rook to b8, bishop c4.
So this game is
now
not
this allows
so
me
clear.
To get my pawn on b3.
Jeff, by the way, got a point for Duke. But Hiram.
That's good. So that means it's 7-2 right now.
I think Hiram just beat Voiceless Feather though. So it's 8-3. So UCLA just needs a draw in the remaining 5 games. And this could be it. Is there any chance that White wins this or no?
Very slim. I think White only has chances to lose this.
Looks like
And
Black
some
is going
serious
to be
chances to lose this. Just King C3.
King
King
C3.
C3 followed by yeah, just put the pawn on F5. You didn't even have to go B2.
Take on
But that's fine
F7.
as
There's
well.
E5.
E5
check.
Exactly. And I think that's
Or Bishop B3. Bishop B3 is very nice.
He goes for Bishop to B3. That's a good move. That's a good move. Get the king to C1 and then cover up with Bishop C2.
Oh.
Or King E2. Yeah, this is good enough.
This is fine still.
This is good enough.
Promote.
Get the queen.
Oh.
That was a nice conversion by Black. I have to give it to him. The pin variation really played a nice game.
Yeah. Definitely the right decision to not go for a perpetual, giving up the rook back and playing on.
And that means that the match is going to go to the final round.
Giving up the queen here.
If the pin variation wins this one, then that's going to take us to what, 8-4 right now?
8-4.
8-4,
yeah.
And Duke needs a clean sweep in the last round to tie the match.
Exactly. So, you know, we kind of said that Florida's chance at coming back at Chicago were low. This chance obviously is very low, like even lower, but still it's a non-zero chance.
Non-zero
chance. Some crazy things happen. You know, UCLA, they get a lot of earthquakes, Christian.
They do. Yes.
They could have power outage across all 4 of their players. Hopefully not, but who knows?
Yep. Cool. Well,
but
let's see what's going to happen.
You know the team is doing well, though. If it takes a natural disaster for their opponent to win. But
yeah, that's a good place to be.
Right.
That's for sure.
I'm still watching Chess Elephant, the captain of the team, against Jeff Du. I know you got some Jeff fans in the chat.
We do.
Cheering on the Duke team. So Duke actually had 3 teams make it to the semifinals, which is pretty high. I'm not sure if there are other teams that had that many make it.
And it seems like Jeff goes for the Leningrad Dutch, which somebody in the chat says that he really loves it.
Okay, so playing into his prep, and he is up on time, so that makes sense.
Yep, 4 minutes, 54 seconds. That's a dominant time advantage right now for Tugumu.
So do you know much about the Leningrad variation of the Dutch defense, Christian?
I know a little bit. Yeah, I know a little bit. This definitely doesn't seem like a very challenging way for White to play. Usually you want to have the knight on c3, not on d2. On d2 is quite passive. Queen on b3 doesn't really do much. You want to have the queen on b3, but you want to have it behind the pawn on b4. If the pawn hasn't moved to b4 first, then the queen on b3 doesn't actually do anything. So to be honest, I feel like White just simply doesn't know what he's doing right now.
There is this very fancy c5 discover check, Christian.
Sure, but that's not going to lead to anything.
You're not impressed.
You're just going to give me a check and that's it. No, I'm not. Not impressed. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. Okay.
Again, one of the main plans for White is to try to open up the bishop on g2. In order to do that, you have to break with the move b5. That's why you want to have the queen behind the pawn. So you want to start with b4, queen b3, and then go for b5, open up the bishop on g2. That plan is kind of far away right now, and it seems like Black is just having a very, very nice and easy game.
So is this queen e8 move, is that preparing an e-pawn push?
Yes. Queen e8 usually is aimed at e5. And he goes for this move, knight to g5. But what if I just simply... Okay, e5 seems like a very natural move right now. Or h6,
Okay.
followed by e5.
E6 or h6, potentially weakening the king side a little bit. I mean, every pawn push in front of the king is a pawn push you can't take back. And black's just continuing with these king side pawn pushes. So that's kind of double-edged.
It is. It is indeed. It is indeed. And also, another thing that I don't like for white is that he put the rook on d1.
Okay.
I would have loved that rook to be on e1 so that I can try to play for e4.
Oh, knight
Okay,
e5 seems nice.
Knight e5 right now is starting to look juicy.
That's
and
a
he goes for it.
beautiful knight.
That's a nice square.
Knight e4. Do we take the knight
Wait
or
a minute.
no?
Yes, because that's a pawn.
Ah, the pawn on d5 is
twice.
pinned.
I can take twice.
Exactly.
This was a big blunder by black. Jeff didn't spot this pin, and right now he's in danger of losing at least a pawn. Not only that, but his whole pawn structure is just going to be shattered after that. And by the way, just as I was saying that, I realized that I'm lying to the audience, because after knight takes e4, f takes e4, bishop takes e4, black is winning. After bishop takes e5, you have to take with a d pawn, and then the knight goes to c5 with a double attack.
Knight c5? Oh my god.
Precisely. So what white has to do right now is to actually take on e4 with the bishop first. Let's see if he takes on e4.
Ah,
that's losing.
Bishop e5
That is losing
now.
right now.
Bishop e5.
That is losing. Bishop takes e5 is a win for black. And now, he plays it.
Yeah, the pawn is overloaded. Defending the knight on e5, and now you have to give up the c5 pawn.
If you take on e5,
fork.
I'm going to take on c5, and you will have to give up the bishop on d5.
Oh.
Precisely. Oh man, that's a big turnaround. Jeff is back in the driver's seat right now.
Yeah, it's so much more natural to take with the knight first rather than the bishop. But yeah, I guess the pawn on e4 after knight takes, or pawn takes, you can't take on e4 anymore. But Daniel,
so what you can do is try to go for this move bishop to h7. For example, you take on e5, knight takes e5, followed by bishop to h7. The problem is that I'm simply going to take that. You're going to go queen to c2. That's a double attack on knight on c5. But then after knight to e4, you're going to be forced to go for f3. And after bishop to f5, this should be...
Ooh, we have bishop takes d5.
The piece with bishop takes d5, which I do think is probably the better practical play.
Queen takes, and now knight e6. Knight e6, only move. And now, can we take advantage of this pen?
Well, the thing is, black is going to take a while until he manages to get the bishop back into play from c8. Well, not back in play, but rather into play. Rook to d8 probably is the right approach. He's kind of stuck, black that is.
The bishop on c8 doesn't have a lot of moves. Or any moves.
And by the way, after rook to d8, queen takes d8 might be an option.
Yeah, you get two pieces and a rook. So offering queen trade here.
That's a good move. That's a very good move. Very professional move. Not only that you're offering the queen trade, but you're also getting ready to get bishop out. Bishop to e6 or bishop to h3. I like this move, knight to g7.
Look at the time advantage. That is significant.
Queen to g2, keeping contact with that pawn on b7. But now this allows me to take another pawn on a2.
a2.
Is he going to be greedy enough to take that pawn on a2? I would be.
You're taking it.
Give me the pawn.
Yeah, you like the pawns.
Give me the pawn.
Hey, pawns are good.
I like the pawn, and I don't actually see a good way for white to continue after that.
Yeah, because rook a1, and then you take another pawn.
Precisely.
On b2.
Yep. Let's see what he goes for.
They got plenty of time to figure it out.
Yep. Jeff is definitely looking good
There
in
it
this one,
is.
and he goes for it. He takes the pawn. Is he listening to commentary, or is he just a greedy guy?
He's joined the Pawn Grabber Association.
Yep, yep.
Is that a club that you and Yasser have formed? Is there an official title for
well,
that?
I would say Yasser formed it, but I'm the treasurer.
Okay, treasurer of the Pawn
I'm the
Grabbers.
treasurer of the pawn grabbing association.
That's a prestigious title. You know.
It is. Yeah.
So,
I see that rook on c7. It's a beautiful rook, but what do you do with it? Bishop to e5, okay, but now I can take on the e5, creating a double attack. That seems to be decisive, right? Yeah, queen takes e5. That's another pawn. Not only that, but it seems like you're probably going to give me a piece, or you're going to allow the queen trade after queen d5, which is basically just a practical resignation.
Oh man, that is rough.
He goes for it, queen to d5, but this is just a full piece. Absolutely no compensation. Knight to e6 also exchanges another piece. I think this is just game over, and it's not even going to be close. Let's see if he goes for knight e6. He goes for bishop to e6.
Rook e5.
I like this move as well. Rook to c8, I think, is a really good move right now.
Just trade
Again,
off.
I'm trying to exchange as many pieces as possible. He goes for
there goes a pawn.
Creates the spin on the 7th rank.
Yeah, rook f7, bishop back, trade of rooks.
And now rook to c8. King to f7. Very technical.
Ooh. Hiron actually won there. He went 4 for 4, and that is actually the match, as UCLA is over 8 points now. So, yeah, UCLA, they're gonna clinch the extra $250 for the $750 prize, for Division 2's 3rd place match. And yeah, that's that. We have U Chicago versus University of Warsaw up after this.
Oh man, that's the big one.
That's what we've all been waiting for.
One, Joe. I'm really looking forward to that.
Who do you want to win? Who do you think is gonna win, and who are you rooting for?
Well, I should be quite partial as a commentator, but I'm probably gonna pick U Chicago on this one.
Yeah.
I look. You are mentioning their team chemistry that has been building up throughout the semester. I think that's definitely going to play a part. Nevertheless, University of Warsaw, that's a monster team right there.
Exactly.
4 grandmasters. That's a lot of grandmasters.
I don't know if it's 4.
We had 4 grandmasters as well, though.
Yeah,
against U Chicago, and we weren't able to break them. So let's see what's going to happen in that.
I'm so.
It's going to be a close match.
Oh my
God. Very hotly contested.
Yeah, and it's got prize money on the line as well, $5,000 for the first place victory. So
that is not a bad price. Knight to d6. Something tells me that black is not doing the right things, allowing these connected passers to push so far. It just doesn't feel like the right thing to do. Now, for example, I can even just go e5. He decides to go bishop to e5. I like this move because it dominates the knight.
Exactly.
Rook to g8 has to be played, right?
Pushing a pawn. So now white needs to activate their rook. Maybe going to d5. No, so knight goes back. So that gives up the d6 square. So that's a fork of
white
pawns.
Is getting a lot of compensation.
There goes one of the pawns. Now there's a skewer threat.
I don't even know who's better anymore. Because rook h7 is coming, and it's coming fast.
White's better.
White might be better at this point. Rook to e7, I think, is likely the only way to defend. And he goes for it. Oh man, this one is not looking good. So bishop d6 is a really good move. But now e5, just push the pawns.
e5,
e5, e6.
e6, check, king back, bishop
Keep
e5.
going.
No.
Well,
Oh, there it is.
bishop
So
e5
that's
allows,
threatening mate, but the knight can
allows that
take.
knight. Yes.
Rook
Okay, he decides
g6.
not to give up the knight. But now
Another
bishop to d6.
bishop check.
That's game over.
Yeah, rook
Rook
checkmate.
g8, checkmate.
GG. Chess elephant with the point. So yeah, Christian, I don't know if you wanted to take a break before the finals match. Maybe see if you want to get your mic situated, or
Yeah,
if
let's
you're
do
good to
that.
go.
Let's try to do that. Maybe you
All
can.
right.
Yeah.
All right,
Let's take
so
a quick
we'll
break
take a quick
and we'll be
break.
back, right?
Exactly. So tune in,
Sounds good.
stay tuned for the U Chicago versus Warsaw match.